Hi, this is Todd Hughes with the Charles McMurray Company, and welcome back to our color studio. Today I want to talk to you about a newer product from Campbell. It's a post-cat or 2K conversion varnish called Turino. Turino is an unusual product that's a little bit different than most conversion varnishes on the market today. And what's neat about it is I'm going to show you a few characteristics that set it apart from any other conversion varnish out there today. So if you're looking for a conversion varnish that applies well, great hang, excellent dry time, and oh, by the way, it's got a 24-hour pot life, then this is the conversion varnish you're going to want to take a look at. Now, Turino is a 481 VOC conversion varnish. It's newer technology, and what sets this product apart is, like I mentioned, you've got 24-hour pot life, which is twice that of other conversion varnishes on the market today. It's about 52% solids by weight, and this product has a unique attribute to it. What it is they call it a thixotropic technology. So what's thixotropic? What that means is it's a thicker product in a static form. So as a liquid in a cup, it's a bit thicker. But when it's applied, the product becomes more viscous or thinner, so it sprays well right out of the can. What I have here is I have some Turino already catalyzed, and I'm going to prepare for spraying. One thing I like to do with Turino is I like to add a flow enhancer to it. Depending on the weather, whether it's cold or hot, this product works really well. It's a C162 flow enhancer. It kind of allows the product to spray more like it's intended to be sprayed in a variety of temperatures. And then we also have a C163, so when it gets really hot and you want it to stay open longer, the C163 works well for hotter applications. So I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit of the 162. I like about 10% in the product. That just seems to give it the perfect characteristics for spraying and performance, my personal opinion. But it can be sprayed directly right out of the can if you're in optimum temperatures of about 78 degrees. So I'm going to put that in. Like I said, it's already been catalyzed. You can catalyze it with the C1491, which is a 10% catalyzation rate, or you can use the C1431, which is 5% catalyzation rate. Either one works well. So I'm getting that stirred in well. I've got a door that I've already pre-primed and ready to spray. So it's all prepped, and we'll get this mixed up, and I'll show you what sets this product apart. So hang on. So I've got my door prepped. It's been primed, allowed to dry, and I've gone through and I've applied some 3M glazing putty or red Bondo on my joints where it needed. And a lot of times when you're dealing with a dark colored putty or Bondo or glazing paste, a red is not optimal because it kind of bleeds through your top coat. When you're using Turino, it doesn't really matter. I could be spraying a black primer door or spraying a white over a red Bondo door. You're not going to see that. One coat completely covers any bleed through from the primer. So I have here my primer or my Turino ready to go. And I'm going to go ahead and apply this, and I want you to take a look at how it's applied and how much is applied. So let me go ahead and get things started, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I've applied a heavy coat of Turino, and in one coat I say I've roughly got about 4 wet mils. That's you want to apply Turino in about a 3 to 4 wet mill application. So if you look at it, you'll see that it's a nice heavy coat. I've got good coverage all the way around, and you can see that the hiding ability is really good. I don't see any bleed through of the red putty underneath. Now, you would say, okay, great, you got one coat on. What's so outstanding or unique about Turino? Well, let me show you something now that is a little bit different than most other conversion varnishes. So hold on. So now I've applied a second coat. And the one thing I want you to see about this second coat is that now I've got about twice the normal amount of conversion varnish, which is recommended for a coat. And if you look at it close, you'll see the hang is excellent on the product. I have virtually no sag or run anywhere. So that thixotropic characteristics I talk about is when it's in a static form or just a liquid form, it's a thicker product. But when it's sprayed, the viscosity is reduced and allows it to flow really nice. So we'll let that hang up and sit for a little bit, and we'll come back and take a look at it and see here in a few minutes how things are looking on the coverage. So now that I've sprayed my door, I want you to take a look at it. It was sprayed just a few minutes ago, but I want to show you the build on this and how the product hangs on the door when sprayed vertically. So take a look at this up close, and you can see the build and how it's laying out. Looks like it's laying out really nice. Product looks smooth, and the edge retention looks good. So the next thing I want to do is I want to show you the actual wet mills. You say, okay, well that product looks like you covered well, but how much is actually on the product? So here I have my wet mill gauge, and I've got 1 to 6 dry mills on one side. So let me check that right now. So I'm sitting there at about 6 wet mills of the product. Let's check here in the middle. And you can see I've got more than 6 wet mills. So I'm going to turn my wet gauge over and on the 7 to 12 wet mills, and let's see. So I'm sitting there about 9 wet mills of coverage. So you can see with 2 heavy coats of product, I've applied, now actually that's more than what's recommended in everyday application, but I wanted to show you the ability of this product to hang. So here I've sprayed 2 coats vertically, and I've got sitting about at 8 wet mills of product in essentially 1 coat with virtually no sag or runs anywhere on the product. So here's the door that I applied Turino to a short time ago. It's starting to dry. Dry to the touch in about 15 to 20 minutes. Dry to sand is about 30 to 40 minutes, and it can be stack wrapped and packed in about 4 to 6 hours, again depending on temperature. As I mentioned earlier, Turino is available in a multitude of sheens, starting with a flat. We also have a dull, a satin, a semi-gloss, and a gloss, all in stock in both singles and fives. So if you're interested in seeing the latest technology by ML Campbell, Turino Conversion Varnish, all the advantages I talked about, excellent hang, excellent coverage, 24-hour pot life, the thixotropic technology, all those things available in Turino. So if you'd like to get a demonstration, call me, Todd Hughes, with the Charles McMurray Company. Be glad to come over and demonstrate the product in your shop and let you get a first-hand look at Turino.